Today I'm talking about 3 mistakes dividend investors tend to make. Nobody's perfect. I've made mistakes in my investing journey, and I think dividend investors, especially those folks that are new to dividend investing, they tend to make a little bit more mistakes, and it's usually something that takes a while for them to learn and adjust their strategies. The number one mistake is chasing yield. They'll see a stock that yields 10% and they'll run out and buy that stock, usually without doing the proper research to see if the business is viable long term or even what the business is doing. They just get that deer in the headlights look saying, hey, it yields 10% or it yields 6%, I'm buying it. And that's a huge mistake because often that yield isn't safe, and the minute there's a downturn either in whatever sector that stock's from or in the wider market, that dividend usually gets cut and you're out on the income. And that really leads to the second mistake that dividend investors make, not looking at the total return. Often, again, usually when there is a high dividend yield, the total return of many of these stocks is usually negative or very low. Now, a common argument new dividend investors often make, and even some experienced dividend investors, is say, all I care about is the income. Now, that's a huge mistake. That's like saying I make $30 an hour at my job, but the gas to get to my job costs more than what I'm making. So would you drive 2 hours to work and spend more in gas than what you're making? No, of course not. So in dividend investing, if you got a nice 6% return, but your overall return over, say, the last 5 years in that stock is negative 5%, why would you take one step forward and 2 steps back? It just doesn't make sense to me. Total return should play into the picture of your overall investing portfolio. Yes, you can get your income from dividends. You can even lean a little bit more towards dividends, but at the end of the day, you need to look at your total return. Many people are investing in taxable accounts and they see that 5 or 6% dividend, but don't look at the total return. And by the time you pay taxes on those dividends and you account for inflation, and it already has a negative return, you're digging yourself in a deep hole that you don't even realize. And to my last point, I think the third mistake that you often see dividend investors make is building their portfolio where their whole portfolio is only looking at dividends. Now, I'm primarily a dividend investor. I have a large percentage of my overall portfolio in stocks or funds that pay a dividend, but I also hold some bond funds. Now, I'm not an expert in bonds. That's why I hold it in a fund, and I take an index approach to my bond investing. And that provides some additional income, and it's also a different investment vehicle than pure dividend growth or dividend stocks. I also have a portion of my portfolio in real estate in Fundrise and VNQ. Again, I'm not an expert in real estate, but I know I can't just solely depend on dividend stocks. So at the end of the day, build your portfolio, but also focus in on dividend investing if that is what you like to do, but have some bonds via an ETF or index fund, and have some real estate. Either if you want to, you can buy investment properties or through REITs. But at the end of the day, don't solely focus on dividend stocks and be blinded just by the income aspects of dividend stocks. All right, guys. I hope that gives my view on 3 mistakes dividend investors make. I hope you understand where I'm coming from this. I'm not attacking dividend investing. I just think that you have to look at the overall picture from the 100-foot view and not always be on the 5-foot view, right in and focusing in on the income. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. What is your opinion on dividend investors and mistakes they make? Comment down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to All right, guys, what is your view on mistakes that dividend investors make? Post those down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you have any other video ideas or topics you would like me to cover, feel free to post them in the comments as well, and I'll be sure to reply to your comment, and you might see a future video on that topic. All right, guys, take care.